What's shaking, people? It's your girl Spring. Sit back and relax, you are now rocking with the best. Have you checked out AIM controllers? The absolute best controller in the game, from customization to branding and more. With a lifetime warranty, why not invest in something that's worth it? The best controller for the best deals. Make sure to use code DOOM at checkout. Links in the description. That's code DOOM for awesome discounts. This is your DSG brand ambassador, and you know the motto, let the good times roll.
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doomkiller HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. Let's go! It's the weekly wrap-up where we give you the news. Break it down bite-sized so it's easier to consume. Discussing the hottest game and thought of what's coming soon. Is it real or is rumor? Homie, that's up to you. Fire or trash reaction, live viewers call in. No cap, conversation, we going all in. It's the weekly wrap-up, so enjoy the show. You're now rocking with the best. Let the good times roll. Come on! Okay, what's shaking, people? It's your boy Doomkiller HD, back with another weekly wrap-up. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. And it's been a while. I was sick, then we lost power, then today. So, yeah, we're doing a wrap-up on a Sunday. So, thank y'all for tuning in. We've got the gracious co-host of mine, the Red Hood himself, Mr. J Shock Blast. How you doing, good sir?
Yo, what's good?
Next up we've got the Q Chaos Kitty coming through. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Good. Thank you.
You sure? You sure about that?
I'm just tired. You know, it's 1 a.m. for me. I'm living on a different continent, so.
I hear you. Well, you know what? We got somebody else from a different continent, and it's about 1 a.m. for them as well. So what's good with this life starting us?
Let me hear ya. Let's go. Hey, it's 1 a.m.'s party time for me, all right? Let's get that straight. Let's get that right way. It's actually not 1 a.m. for me, though. It's 12, but still, it's fine.
Yeah, close. It's close. It's close.
Yeah, see,
and
also party time for me, too.
Oh, really? I don't party so because I'm old. So, anyway, we've got who cares? It's 2017, even though we're like close to 2023 in the building. What's good with it? Say hello to the people.
Hey, y'all. You're hired.
And last but not least, the Masked Wonder has rejoined the weekly wrap-up. It has been a long time since we've seen this guy. So say hello to the people, Mr. King Greek.
How you doing, everyone?
Wow.
Feels like he's gotten smaller a bit, you know?
Do you think he still wears the ski mask underneath the Red Hood mask?
Oh, I guarantee you the ski mask is on underneath the red.
Oh,
I'm done. I'm actually done, but yeah, I knew it.
I was thinking it was a bit more muffled than maybe it should be, so I thought maybe he's gone for extra layers, like an onion.
Today's show, we are discussing a couple of different games, and not a game that you would think we would be discussing, since that's what you know most of us for. But today we're actually discussing Gotham Knights, God of War, Midnight Suns, Black Panther 2, War for Wakanda, which is actually not a game, but I'm just hyped for it. And we have to discuss this. I'm so sorry, but we got to discuss the $8 check marks, the blue check marks that's coming to Twitter. We got to discuss that as well. So let's go ahead and get right on into the show. Let's start this thing off with Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights. J Shock Blast, you actually got to play Gotham Knights before pretty much mostly everybody on the planet, and you got to what do you call that? To platinum out your trophies and all of that stuff, doing it the hard old-fashioned way. No guys to do it, just doing it yourself, bro. So with all of that game time, I'm gonna ask you this simple question: who is the best hero in the game to you? Red Hood.
I get paid by the word, so.
Q Chaos Kitty, have you gotten to sink your teeth into Gotham Knights at all?
Yeah, I actually finished it yesterday for the first time.
Nice. Are you who is the best hero in the game for you right now?
Batgirl.
Red Hood, King Greek / Ski Mask Man underneath. You've gotten a lot of game time with this game as well, and I actually just finished watching what you didn't like about Gotham Knights. So we'll talk about that as well. But best hero in the game for you, sir?
Batgirl.
Who cares? It's 2029.
Screaming. Batgirl as well.
Batgirl. Barbara's getting the love right now. Barbara and Red Hood. My dude, like Spider-Man, the boxer. Yo, what's good with it?
Hey, man. How you doing? Listen, all right, these hands, okay? No one's catching them today, okay? I can't. But Greek, first of all, it sounds like a hostage situation is going on in your face. Like it sounds like someone is trying to speak out, and they're like, "Help me!" But there's behind the eyes. Anyway, my favorite would probably be Red Hood. I think that he's probably the most impactful, and I like that. He's pretty cool. I like him, and he's probably the best range character. And as a former Marvel's Avengers player, you
said the A game. You said it. That's what you did. You said it.
I did.
Wow. Anyways, I hear you. Red Hood is a monster in the game, especially if you watched my recent video with the concussion blast. Just tapping that concussion blast on one of the enemies, shooting them, then they spread everywhere and just blow everything up. That is just crazy to me. But I gotta say, Nightwing is the man for me. Just the super speed. I'm a Flash fan, of course. So when I'm able to get to that secret ability and I'm hitting my R1 and I'm hitting that circle button and I start moving faster than the speed of light and stuff like that, and I'm bopping people with my batons. Oh yeah, I'm loving it. I am definitely loving it. So it's Nightwing for me. I like Robin a lot. I'm playing a playthrough with Robin right now, and he is actually pretty. He's as brutal as Red Hood, to be honest with you. And I'm like, that's the kid. So wow, okay. Damn.
I don't really think there's like a right or wrong answer, to be honest with you. I feel like all four characters are very fun to play and unique in their own way. Mm-hmm. Like I love Red Hood because I'm just a Red Hood fan. But like if I walked into this like with no emotional attachment, I don't know if I could actually pick a favorite character. They all do something the other one doesn't that's fun and makes it really cool. You know what I mean? I feel like Robin and Batgirl are underappreciated because it's kind of like cheat mode if you are dealing with a lot of the tech stuff. But like I don't know, like then there's Red Hood and Nightwing that are just pure like fun, like you said, Nightwing is so fast and Red Hood hits so hard. And then like Batgirl, I can just walk around naked and nobody can see me. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of, I don't know. It's probably the most balanced, I think, of any game I've ever played with multiple characters to choose from. I don't remember having such a hard time like picking a favorite, but Red Hood obviously is a favorite of mine. So that's kind of why I gravitate towards him.
I didn't realize there was an ability where Batgirl could be naked. I'd like to change my answer.
It's called PC mods. Jay Kuhn's here to tell us all about it.
Hello, Jay Kuhn. How are you, good sir?
I'm good.
You've got it's not got a war time yet. I see you have your axe, but yeah, y'all are crazy.
2 more days. 2 more days. It's fine. It's okay. He just wanted to come say hi.
God. Abort. Favorite hero in the game for you? We're talking about Gotham Knights right now, good sir.
Day one, it was Red Hood by far. But now that I have been messing around with all 4 of them, 3 complete unkillable builds with 3 of the characters, I gotta say, Nightwing's the best overall. He really is. He has everything you want. Speed, strength, and I mean, yeah, unkillable. What more can you ask for?
Yeah, that's my guy right now in the game. Like once we start on at the end of the month with the 4-player co-op dungeon or whatever is going to be the heroic assault, I'm definitely going in with Nightwing. You know, hopefully the other team I have 4 separate people, you know, separate characters of not 4 Nightwings going in. Hope we can get, you know, like the whole Bat fam so we can actually see their moves as a full team, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I'm definitely going in as Nightwing, yo. I just actually everybody going down the line. Heroic Assault, Jay Shotblast, who you going in with?
Probably Red Hood. I mean, I'll switch it up. I feel like Nightwing has that ability where he can like revive people, and I think it's Batgirl that has the ability where she can revive herself. So I think both of those are going to be pretty important. But I'll probably start with Red Hood and then judge from there.
QKS Kitty, who you going in with for the Heroic Assault?
First time, obviously Batgirl.
Batgirl.
But after that, it's gonna be Red Hood, Robin, and Nightwing last.
Red Greek, who you going in with, sir?
I would say Batgirl for the first time around, and then second time around, I'm more than likely going to be going in with Robin.
Good choice. I like Robin in this game, dude. Like
he is a lot more savage than I thought he would be.
Yeah, he's got some cool stuff going on with him, for real, for real. Who cares? I know you're going in with Bat. You know what? I'm gonna ask you because you might change your mind. Who you going in with? Heroic Assault.
I'm screaming. The first time, Batgirl definitely.
Okay.
After that, I'm.
You froze. Oh, damn it! Damn it!
That was probably like the ploy, so that they didn't have to give you a good answer of like Batgirl, and then.
That's what happened. Okay. Well, hopefully they unfreeze in a few minutes, and we'll just skip to you, Slight Stardust.
Batman.
King Greek. Oh, they're back. He came back. And then he froze again. Damn it. Okay, for real. Who you going in with, Stardust?
Probably Nightwing. I played Nightwing a lot before I got to the end game portion, so it just sort of feels right to go with Nightwing for like a new thing.
J. Coon Prime, who you going in first with, sir?
Most likely Nightwing. But how my group loves to carry. I'll be playing first. Whoever didn't get picked.
Damn.
Yeah.
But you know what? You can't go wrong though. Like, I mean, you really can't. Everybody in the game is just...
with how I've set up all the characters, it's just like y'all play who you want. I'll fill in the gap. I'm here to keep you alive anyway.
So, who's played the Batman mod? I've seen your video, J. Coon. Stardust is on here clowning, talking about he's going in with Batman, and I know you do have a PC. So, sir, who's played the mods with Batman? Jay Shotblast, have you modded?
I just bought it on PC, but I haven't gotten to it yet. I've just been busy trying to do a lot of other stuff. If you haven't seen, because I know you didn't have power, I was just hanging out with Stephen Amell and Jin Sakai. No big deal.
I was actually
Thank you for those pictures. I am sufficiently jealous.
I was watching y'all show, you and Sadat. Kaz wasn't there when I was watching, but I was
he's MIA. We don't know where he is.
I know he has some family things going on, so hopefully he's all good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You modded out over there on PC, Kitty, with Batman yet?
Not yet, but maybe at some point. In a couple of weeks, if I get bored.
Got you. Greek, you mod out at all, bro? You might have muted yourself instead of unmuted yourself.
Strictly console. My PC isn't strong enough to run Gotham Knights.
Okay. I know you on that PS5 all day. Who cares? So wait, you have a PC too, don't you? Don't you have a PC? Oh no, okay. Stardust, I know you have a PC. Did you mod out?
Well, I have a laptop that works. I wouldn't say it's like you know what I mean? Like it's not something we're downloading mods on and going crazy with. Like if I play like a HD video and try and react with a webcam, that's enough for it. It's like, whoa, stop it.
What are you doing to me? I didn't consent to this.
So no, sadly.
No worries, bro. It's all good, homie. I'm actually crying, laughing right now the way you said that. But J. Coon Prime, I saw your video. I don't know if everybody else saw it, but you were actually running around the city as Batman, bro. So you modded out. How fun was that? Was that pretty cool or?
So I had a bunch of different mods that I was checking out and trying. Some with great success, some not so much. But yeah, the Batman mod worked flawlessly. Like I said in the video, you have to have a very specific suit in order to have the mod work. So, like, if you want to play with Batman, you're probably going to be using like a level 1 suit. So it's probably not really going to be good for anything other than just patrolling. Some various cosmetic mods, like the Tribute Todd colorway, I removed all the brown from it. The Chroma Gray Ghost colorway, I turned all black and just called it stealth mode. And then I also dabbled around with some transversal mods that made Red Hood jump further. It made the bike go 2.5 times faster than it's supposed to, so you can actually catch the runaway trucks this time. The flying trapeze moves 3 times the speed it's supposed to, and I made the timer on Robin's teleport not matter.
So you can just go the whole time. That's cool.
At 5 times its normal speed.
So I'm actually looking at the mod site right now.
It's a trip, ain't it?
Well, remember when I was like running around naked as Batgirl?
Thick Grayson.
You can almost do that.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I mean, look at Sadat. Look at Sadat. But that's supposed to be cape instead of cake. So yeah.
So there is relevance to his statement. There is a mod that makes her butt like 4 times bigger.
Yeah, this one basically removes her shirt from the boobs down, so like the lower part. So you still can't see it, but she also has like an 8-pack. I don't know what's going on there.
Starting with you, Mr. J. Shock Blast, what don't you like about Gotham Knights? And I mean, there's things that a lot of us don't like about games, and it's okay. Let's discuss that.
I think there's definitely some things I would have done different. I mean, I would have loved to have had a dedicated jump button so you could jump whenever you want to. I do feel like it's probably like those side villain arcs are really cool, and I really feel like it's missing 2, and I feel like it would have been really a complete game with maybe 2 more of those. I definitely would have liked that. I'm pretty happy with the game overall. I do wish like once you unlock a transmog, I really don't understand why you can't just alter it. Like I understand you're applying it to a piece of gear, but like I mean, what happens when you get like that great piece of gear that you never want to take off, but it's like, you know, neon, you know,
right.
And you're like, that's all that you can make the change to. I would like to really see them make it so that, you know, once you have a transmog, like even if like it's the transmogs that don't actually have suits that you can unlock, like the Jim Lee ones, you can maybe at least change the colors with the colorways. I mean, there's obviously little nitpicky things here and there, but like I really love the game. Like it's one of my favorite games this year, easily. That has nothing to do with the duffel bag full of cash that Sadat's going to bring up in the chat. But you know, I do feel like there could have been a few extra villain arcs. And I'd love to if they added that as DLC, and definitely the gear change. But I mean, that's the basics for now, I guess. I'm sure everybody will have other things.
Okay. QK Skinny, what is it that you don't like about Gotham Knights? Is there anything you don't like about Gotham Knights?
Yeah, I mean, Jay already mentioned mostly all of it. I would love to have a little bit more randomness maybe in the gear drops. Like some random stats at least. That would be nice. But overall, I'm enjoying myself very much, and the others are minor details which they might actually be able to touch later on.
Mm, mm. King Greek, you have a beautiful video out. If you want to link that in the chat as well while giving your answer, bro, that would be pretty cool with me. I don't have any issues with it.
I don't really like the mod system. I do feel like it's pointless, especially once you hit max cap, because a lot of the mods that you get are pretty much just the same stats on a completely different piece. You can mix 4 heroic mods and get a rare mod. That's fucking horrible. I don't. I feel like the mod system should be reworked. I don't like the fact that we can't replay certain story missions or at the very least boss fights. I don't like the fact that the drop rate for Nef Metal is extremely low. I understand that you can get it from Penguin, but the drop rate for it is low in general, and Penguin doesn't give you a lot. It costs you an arm and a leg to even make a legendary gear piece for like 4 and 600. I do enjoy the game, but there are various things I don't like and things that do need to be fixed as soon as possible, like performance drops and input lag and other various things.
Okay. Who cares 2017? What don't you like about Gotham Knights?
I mean, everybody like literally said everything that I don't like about the game. Like it's literally just like little nitpicky stuff, like little gear stuff. I hate that I ended the game, like I started my new game plus, I ended it with like what was the good gear for that session, and I start over and I leveled up, and I'm still kind of using that same gear, but it's like the gear that I'm getting isn't as good as the stuff that I have on, which I find weird. So I'm just like, whatever, just run
But
around
it's
doing my
because
constant
of
stuff,
where you
trying to
at.
find better gear.
I think I figured
Yeah,
that
it's just like
problem
little
out though. I
nitpicky
think
stuff. I wish we could do things like remove Bad Girl's cape, but that's just me. I like wanna. I wish there was a way for them to make it like the Beyond suit, because I just
But I
that's
think
crazy.
I
But
figured out why the gear drops the way it does. It's because when you start the new game plus, you're starting a new game and they're not giving you the proper gear. Because I noticed when I started with Robin after finishing with Red Hood and Nightwing, the gear that I was getting was like I couldn't even mod the gear. I couldn't even put mods on it. I was like, it's a level 40 piece of gear with no mod piece, or what is going on? But the further I get along, the mod pieces started becoming available, yada yada yada. So I think it's just where you are in the story, and that's really not a good thing. If it's a new game plus, you should be able to start off with higher power gear. So that is a definitely good nitpick. Slight starters. What else you
Hey,
like about the
man.
game, bro?
So at the minute I've been focusing on grinding that Gotham's Most Wanted, right? You know, the criminals that drop the nth metal and stuff. So I'm kind of like, I'm just bouncing around to very hard crimes and all that. And the thing is that I've noticed with the gear system is if you aren't someone who's that bothered about collecting it for the different options of, you know, costumes and stuff, the perks kind of feel a little bit like after a while, because it seems that like they've have like 10 perks in total and they just put it on like all the gear and then just see what happens. You know what I mean? Maybe you get the right sort of selection of it, and it kind of just gets a little bit like, I know what gear to put on now. Like there's no real experimentation, because it's either put elements on it and boost that, or boost your crit damage, do the it just feels a little bit like you're pigeonholing certain builds into like, okay, well, ranged melee, and we've heard that before, guys, haven't we? Do you know what I mean? And I think that like, and obviously, you know, if you're gonna have gear in the game, as people that will go to the end of it and grind it out and get every piece they can to do crazy builds and stuff, one of the things that people are going to look for is unique perks, unique builds. And if, say, for example, with Red Hood, it's ranged, right? It's, yeah. I mean, you can go other options, obviously, but like it's ranged, yeah. And it kind of makes you sort of feel like a bit like, okay, you know, like I'll do this, and it just feels like an add-on to an upgrade system, like a skill tree, right? Rather than an actual like, let's do this, let's make Red Hood different than yours, or Jays or kitties, like, and it just kind of feels a little bit bare bones. But hopefully, with updates, with Heroic Assault, maybe they bring out more gear and more perks and stuff like that.
Okay. J. Coon Prime?
Get Babe Bro, because I'm going to go on a tear. Save me for last.
Welcome to the show, babe, bro. We're discussing what we don't like about Gotham Knights before we get into what we do like, and I would like to hear your opinion on this, sir.
I don't like the gear system. I don't like how you're supposed to. I guess. Well, you know that because we were playing together, so
yeah.
I don't like the way that that works. It's not. It's not
user friendly. It's not user friendly at all.
I don't understand. And it's crazy because as I was playing, I remember recently I said to myself, I was playing end game content and the level of my gear was like 12. Then I started to run other stuff like the crimes and stuff, and I started to get better gear, but the gearing system is not. I don't really care for it. I don't know how. And like, who cares? I said I want my I would want my background. I don't like capes. I hate capes. So I wish I could just take the cape off of her and put whatever other type of mask or whatever I want. You know, but
isn't there a couple of suits that she doesn't have capes? Isn't like the Beyond
yeah, but
suit
she looks like a praying mantis, and I don't want that. I may want to see her face. You know, I may want to see like at least the cowl or something. I don't want her looking like she's about to pounce on me. Okay. I don't want that.
J. Coon Prime, what is it that you want to rant about, good sir?
All right, so a lot of the issues with this game, full disclosure, this is for PC. Yes, I understand a patch is coming, but the fact that I need to go into the game setup init file and tweak it manually to maintain a stable frame rate is absolutely ridiculous. The armor, weapon, and ranged UI is absolutely horrible. Why am I having to sift through 50 different pieces of gear that are completely useless to get to something that I may want to build? The transmog system is one of the laziest transmog systems I've ever seen in my life. If you want to make the Jim Lee suit just like, okay, you can't do anything to that. All right, that's fine. But the transmog should be the suit, not the suit's appearance. You should be able to customize the appearance however you want. The mod system is also an absolute joke. Why am I having to sacrifice 4 legendary mods for the sake of 1? The gameplay loop, while it is fun, it's Destiny, except nothing resets on a weekly basis. So you are doing the same thing over and over and over with little to no payoff because the loot pool is so small. And if you want to target loot, you totally can. Check out Jay Shockblast's video. Legendary stuff, farm the watch. That's all you got to do. And occasionally talk to Montoya, and you will automatically get the best stuff in the game in a matter of minutes. Being able to replay the boss fights like Clayface or Harley or even Mr. Freeze, the fact that you can't do that is absolutely ridiculous. The fact that you have to re-unlock all the fast travel points the moment you do New Game Plus is also...
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What was crazy. The point of that?
Sadat, you want to call me a cheater for tweaking the traversal mods? Now you know why I did it.
It's not a live service game. Like, it's not meant... Like, as much as we want to make it one, it's not meant necessarily to do some of that. And I don't disagree that they're like, I have a video planned for, you know, what I'd like to see them do. And one of them is make all the chapters replayable. Like, just have a menu where you can go through and just start the mission from where it starts. Kind of like you do when you go into like a Harley mission or any of those, where it just starts you in front of where you go and just let you replay the mission. But like at the end of the day, it's just a straightforward story video game.
Yeah,
it is like, I think there is some element of replayability coming with Heroic Assault.
Yeah.
But like, and I know our heart wants it to be, kind of a games as a service sort of light. But at the end of the day, I don't think that was intended. It's like Arkham Knight. It's like Arkham City. You play the game, you do the thing, and then if you want to play it again, you play it again. You know what I mean?
It's
And
definitely
that's
a
perfectly
Spider-Man-esque game. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
And that's perfectly fine. It's just how it's set up, especially when each time you go out on patrol, return to the Belfry, if you did all the premeditated crimes, if you did some of the petty crimes, you go back to the Belfry and everything resets again, and you can go do that again. Making a pretty much endless grind loop if you do want it. The foundation is there for it to be a live service game, but they obviously didn't go that route. But I think the biggest issue with it is that you put this foundation to play it like a live game, but it's not, and that is eventually going to cause burnout and stagnation.
See, that's why I like this game for that reason right there, because it doesn't pigeonhole you into one game like for 2 years. You know what I mean? You get to go and do something different. You know, like
now I will say
this.
This is a totally biased opinion, regardless of what I bring up, because I am on my third playthrough of this game. I am very much burnt out at this point, especially with the fact of New Game Plus. It didn't just reset the story, it reset frickin' everything. And I'm just like, I'm not going to do this a fourth time. No.
I don't have an issue with it. I actually like the New Game Plus. Like, the story is just that good to me. I'm a simple guy. I'm easy to please when it comes to video games. If your game works and I feel like a superhero in your game, I'm gonna love it. So, and I feel like a superhero in this game, especially with Nightwing. And the story is really damn good. Yes, I've beaten the hell out of Talia al Ghul 3 times already. And you know what? I can't wait to go back in for my fourth go round, and then to do it again with Nightwing when I'm fully powered. Like, I'm looking forward to that. I don't know. Go ahead.
That's the beauty of opinion. So, nobody's right or wrong. So,
definitely. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait to get through it with Tim and then Barbara, so I can go right back with Nightwing and do it again. But you was about to say something, Jay. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was going to say that's one of the really cool things I think about the game that is very underappreciated is the fact that, when you play this game with different characters, you get different conversations, you get different scenarios that play out, just slight alterations. It's not like a massive dip, but like being able to experience, I mean, are we clear to talk about the end? I mean, I feel like at this point, all right.
2-3
so
weeks
so to be able to see how Jason Todd and Dick Grayson, for me so far, go through their conversations with Bruce at the end, it's really powerful, and it's such a great, like, I in a lot of ways, it's a very emotional ending. I don't know that it's a perfect ending for a lot of people, but like, to be able to go through that labyrinth as each character and like see, for Barbara, all the doubts, like, and how she feels about her father and how she feels about Bruce, and like all the little details that get worked in. It's pretty rare that you have a game like this where it's almost like playing 4 different games. You know what I mean?
They did a good job with that. That's good storytelling and writing and great voice acting, because they pull you in. Definitely. My favorite conversation is the conversation that Barbara has with Jason. They're sitting in front of the video game and he's having a Lazarus pit freak out, and the way she just is there. That conversation is it's a great conversation. So
is that the one where they're playing the dance game with like the monsters? I love that. Yeah, that's great.
There's just so much going on, and they're all going through like their own traumas, and there's so much growth for each character as the game progresses. You can tell that they are a family, and that's the part that like drives me nuts about everybody just kind of complaining that it's not another Batman game. It's like, I want a Red Hood game, I want a Nightwing game, I want a Batgirl game, I want a Robin game. I want them to be the focus. Like, I feel like Batman, like he's had 4 games, okay? Like I get the heart wants what it wants, but like come on, Batman has been in more games
I was
than
about to say
any
he's had a
comic
lot
book
more than
character.
that.
Like I think Spider-Man is the only character that's had more games than Batman. Like take a game off. It's okay.
Not only that as well, but just like they didn't exactly kill off Batman and then just forget about him. His presence is everywhere, which it should be, but like it's not like they just like killed him off and went, right, that's it, he's dead. We've got the marketing, we've brought people in now, you know, Batman. Oh. No, he's you know, he pops up as in like training, conversations. The cowl is literally there all the time for you to go and look at if you really miss him that much. You know what I mean? Like it's and by the way, just quick shout out to his voice actor who, but despite not obviously being playable, absolutely smashes it with the training stuff, with his own the caches where he does his little diary thing. I loved all of that. I was obsessed with it. I would love
really good.
Batman Gotham Knights game after this, right? Like a prequel sort of thing. I know the comics are doing their thing, but maybe a game on that would be pretty cool.
I think this game saved itself by doing what is it Outriders? Like when Outriders dropped that content drop and literally said, "Oh, here you go. We're not a live service game. Like, calm down." I think that was I think we're so used to things being live service that people are expecting, like, you know. But it's I as a linear game and an experience for each of those characters, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's dope, and they still got room for improvement. I mean, I think they said IGN just said God of War, the new God of War is the first game that they've only experienced 2 bugs in on release. Like it's gonna be a seamless play where they don't have every game has room for improvements these days. So I think Gotham Knights is okay.
When I was at the studio, the one of the questions I asked was DLC, and you know we've seen, especially with Arkham City and Arkham Knight, you know, while the DLC they put out was kind of different, like they, even though they're not live service games, they are games that got added out onto. There were always like new costumes and new, you know, whatever, and you could play as different characters in those little kind of brawl rooms and stuff like that.
Yeah, challenge.
So like I did ask, you know, is there going to be DLC? Because one of the things they mentioned specifically, you know, before release is that there wouldn't be microtransactions. And while we don't necessarily think of expansions and suits as microtransactions, they are technically microtransactions. They're not part of the game. So I was told there would definitely be the type of stuff we're used to with Arkham City and Arkham Knight. And I really think the chapter system that they implemented is perfect for adding more story arcs. You know, you've got like the HQ01, you know, and C or CL01, stuff like that. So it's easy to maybe add that little expansion. Like, all right, here we go. Like the one I'm kind of going with right now is Killer Moth, because Killer Moth is mentioned on one of the landmarks. If you read through the stuff, and I don't think we've ever seen Killer Moth in any of these Arkham games. So I'd love to see
a bio card, no.
Yeah, so I'd love to see Killer Moth, you know, like as a character we just haven't seen yet, and haven't experienced that way. And if they're after Red Hood,
I hear it. They want him bad.
So yeah, I while I don't know anything specific, I do believe that we're gonna see kind of expansions. It's not going to ever be live service, but it's going to be kind of like what Assassin's Creed does with these last few games. You get like this big expansion that they launch, and it's got all sorts of new stuff. Like imagine like a Bloodhaven expansion, or we didn't get Amusement Mile, we didn't get Ace Chemicals. There's parts of Gotham we haven't done yet, and then Bloodhaven gets referenced all the time. So what if, you know, 4, 5, 6 months from now, suddenly there's, hey, here's an expansion to your core game, and guess what? Play as Batwing, you know, and
he's mentioned,
yeah. So there's lots of stuff they talk about. Obviously, you know, Batwoman is also kind of set up, you know, with Jacob Kane.
Same with Orphan, yeah.
Yeah, so there's like lots of things that you can do. But like, yeah, I think we're going to get stuff. And I think they're just being smart about it because, like, the more you say, the more people hang on to, as we've seen with the A game over the years. And I think just not really saying anything, which is why Heroic Assault was so great, because they kind of hit us with the RKO out of nowhere. It's like, hey, by the way, coming in a month, this free thing. So yeah, that's what I got.
Wow.
I mean, that's not a bad way of looking at it because
I
you
want
can
to
treat it the
piggyback off
exact
that
same
real
way.
quick. I was thinking this is like a great way for them to introduce a hero and a villain.
Take the Borderlands approach.
Mm-hmm. QCast Kitty, what do you like about Gotham Knights?
I love the story. I gotta say, the way it's written, the opening cutscene, I think, is one of the best I've ever seen in video games. Because the way it's set things up, it really like pulls you in, and you're immersed immediately in the story, and I love that.
Yes, indeed. King Greek, what do you actually like about Gotham Knights, good sir?
Well, two things. To start, I enjoy the combat specifically and how they make each and every character truly feel different and not just kind of like a one-off. I know there are people that still enjoy the Arkham combat specifically a lot, but I look at Gotham Knights in a sense of with Gotham Knights combat and the way that the enemies are and how they react. It's a lot more difficult because you can't rely on a counter button to save you for whenever you're not paying attention. If you get punished, you get punished for not watching the entire area. And again, every character does feel different. In terms of the story, I liked how they honed in on making them really feel like a family and then highlighting each of their individual struggles and thereon and therefore like Nightwing struggling to step into his leadership role, Batgirl, which a lot of people don't actually really realize is probably dealing with it the worst out of all four because she's dealing with two deaths, the death of her father and the death of Bruce, and then not to mention there's a whole plot in the storyline where she's forgetting how her father's face even looks, so that's causing even more stress on her, which leads to the conversation with her, Jason. Jason is struggling with trying to feel and be human again from bringing Barbara as a weapon. And Dick was kind of being not Dick. Tim was kind of being a little asshole at some times. Like there was a couple of times I wanted to pop him in the mouth, but it was understandable because like he was the youngest. He obviously had, I won't say the closest, but in terms of recency, the tightest relationship with Bruce. He looked at him like a father, so that kind of affected him a bit more with everyone else. And then Alfred is always Alfred. He handles it how he handles it. But I do appreciate the writing and them sticking to the characters and actually really portraying them very well.
Yes, indeed. Big bro, what did you dig about Gotham Knights, my dude?
Story. The story. I don't like. I feel like the only game I play that I really don't care for the story is like Fortnite and stuff like that. But I feel like when you add a really deep story to a game and the characters, you start to like, you know, you start to get a liking for them, just like in movies. You start to like them and you start to look forward to. Like I'm telling you, even though last week I said I feel bad for Barbara, but like again, I also feel bad for Alfred because Alfred has this poker face on like all the time, and even when he sees that the team is breaking down, he's like, I got to get it together. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm here, but I just I really like the story. I think it was very well done, and the acting was really good. So yeah, that's my favorite part.
Slight Spider Dust, what you got for me, bro? What did you like about it?
It really do be the combat and the story. So one of the things, so here's the thing with the story is that it isn't just the actual overall story. It's all the little individual stories, right? That chess set is the most like important character in the game. The one that Alfred, the one that we always see Alfred playing with. And one of the things that stuck in my mind is if you do Tim's, he sneaks into the Wayne Manor? Was it the cave? Or either way, he grabs a chess set that belonged to Bruce, right? It's his stuff because Alfred carves little bat ears on it, and it's really cute. And Tim was like, we got all this stuff that's like, full of Batman. How about we have something to remind us of Bruce? And I was like, that is so cute. I love that, and I feel that like that, and that's kind of because obviously going into this, we wouldn't know these characters if we weren't big Batman fans, right? Or at least for the most part, right? So when seeing Batman die at the start, it's kind of a bit like, yo, they did it. They didn't lie. They did it.
That's the first thing came to my mind, bro. I was like, they really did that. Like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And right off the bat as well, they were just like, guys, we're not lying. Here he is, dead. All right. And so as kind of players, we kind of get sucked in because we're also being like living through, okay, Batman's dead in this universe. What do we do? We're playing as him. Now we're all alone. And like Babe Bro said about Alfred was away for like a little bit because he went on holiday. Bruce said it's okay, and then he goes off and dies. That's so disrespectful. And then Alfred just comes in and he's straight back to work, and they're all kind of like building this like we can do this together sort of thing, and it really comes into its own even after the end of the game. Like each individual story makes them be like, okay, I think they're getting to a point where they're not moving on, but they're better because of it. And I think that and it's really great stuff. And I think that now they're in that that era of like we're the new Bat people. We are the new protectors. I'm really looking forward to seeing any future expansions they have where they're a bit more confident. They know their place and the people love them. And, there we go.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. J-Kun Prime, I know you've had your issues. We've discussed this on and offline, my friend. But what do you actually like about Gotham Knights, bro? Because you do stream it. I see, I watch you stream it. I watch you tweet about it. So
when the game is working properly, Gotham in and of itself is the most beautiful / haunting / in-depth Gotham we have ever gotten. The honest to God only thing I think they left out, and I think they did it on purpose, is there was always that one little spot in Crime Alley over by the Monarch Theater. That's not here this time. So Gotham, when the settings are tolerable and everything, this is the first Gotham in a very, very long time that actually felt alive. The traversal, even though it was a little silly watching Nightwing float around on his Fortnite glider, was very intuitive, it was very creative, and it was also a hell of a lot of fun. Shout outs to them sticking to their guns of like, yeah, Batman's dead and he's gonna stay that way. That is not something I expected, although I will say don't be surprised later on if Dick puts on the costume, because I have a feeling that could be a thing, but that's just going to be a wait and see deal. Combat, just like everybody else has commented, I hated it at first, and then I understood how it worked, and now I actually like it more than the Arkham combat.
Ooh, I played I think one Arkham game in my entire life, and the combat was cool, but I like this combat, like especially once you really get the hang of it, of the double tapping the button or whatnot, and getting the extra couple of hits in because you're timing the hits and whatnot. That is actually pretty dang on nasty. Because with Robin, he does this little like jump off of his bow staff and double kicks you in the face, and then drops down and sweeps you. It's just crazy. So,
I gotta say, Robin's silent takedowns are hands down my favorite, because they are so disrespectful. Especially the one where he like slides in front of you, decks you in the face, and then just goes,
Yeah, with the yeah, I'm gonna let you down real
Does
nice.
Does anyone find the one with the staff really dark though, where he like sticks it in their throat and
right
just
in
kind
the
of pushes
throat?
it down?
Bro,
And as I find, I'm like, whoa, all right,
the
Tim.
sound they make, dude.
I apologize. I didn't understand your game.
So that was one thing that always made me giggle about Batman Arkham Knight. I know a lot of people complained about the Batmobile, but it had its funny moments. Batman and Rocksteady, they went out of their way to make sure under no circumstances did you kill anybody. You couldn't throw nobody off a roof. You couldn't hit anybody with the Batmobile. If you slid by somebody in the Batmobile, you saw this little electrical discharge that would just knock the guy away. And Spider-Man did the same thing. He knocked somebody off a roof and just like this web line just appears out of nowhere and just sticks them to the side of the building.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't present here.
At all.
They are killing people. Like straight up kicking people off a roof, and you're just looking down going,
one of the funniest tweets I saw this week was from Boxley Chateau, and it said, I'm secretly enjoying just creeping around the roofs, throwing people off as this Batgirl. And it like even the voice actress was like, yeah, that's pretty damn dope. I do it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, damn, y'all straight murdering folks right now.
Well, to be fair, whenever you scan those buddies, it does say unconscious.
There are some of those you just cannot justify.
Bruh,
Alfred's
I dropped somebody off the top of the Wayne building or whatnot, you dig? And I scanned them and it said unconscious, but there's no way this person could have been unconscious.
I'll do you one better. I kicked one of the League of Assassins during the Batwing, the Man-Bat fight off the roof of the Elliott Center. Do not sit there and tell me they're unconscious.
Enterprises built, yeah.
Don't tell me they're just sleeping.
Yeah, well, they're just gonna get Lazarus pitted anyway.
Speaking of the enemies, if there's one thing that's I would say is definitely better from the Spider-Man and Arkham games, if you ever pay attention to any of their faces, they actually make expressions when they're attacked or when they're knocked out. Their eyes are closed. They're not just sitting there, eyes open, dead soul staring at the world. I felt like that was a really nice little touch.
I think one of the funniest things for me that I've done that I didn't realize I could do is I finished Barbara's story where you go to Gordon's thing, and some random civilian came up to me and made a really snarky remark. So I went, I wonder what happened, and I punched him.
I love that so much.
And they were like, they just run away. It was so funny.
I've been shooting people in the ass with Red Hood all the time. You're like, what?
I was so happy. I was like, and one of the second funny thing as well is like, I was playing with Alcom the other day, and I was on the bat cycle, and I didn't know that your teammate made an animation when you run into them. They do. So I ran into Alcom, and I think he was Robin, and he was like, "What?" like that, and it was sick. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Yeah, that coattails right off me saying like Gotham feels alive, like just running down into the street and just interacting with the pedestrians. Like my favorite by far was like running around with Red Hood, and people like at the start of the game, like by the end of the game, they're like, we're all rooting for you, Red Hood. Go ahead. Yeah. But right at the stop, it's like, who's this asshole?
I know it's one voice line where somebody says, "I'm surprised nobody's killed you yet," and I thought that was some of the rudest. That was the worst voice line I've heard.
I think I shot the dude that said that to me. Red Hood.
The people of Gotham are ruthless.
So cold blooded because Harley Quinn has no chill. She's like, "What's up, dead hood? Yeah, you dead. You died. I know. Haha. My people killed you." I'm just like, bro, like, chill.
But it makes sense to hear that kind of thing from Harley. You wouldn't expect to hear that from a random person named. You wouldn't expect to hear that from a random person named Bob getting off the beach at work.
Dude, yeah, true facts.
Also, shout outs to Montoya finally saying what all of us thought about Dick Grayson and just straight up calling him a himbo.
A what?
Yeah, Montoya calls him a himbo.
What is that?
Bimbo, but a guy.
Oh, guy.
He's a slut.
Everybody,
Because he's like, is it
everybody
weird that
already
you know
knows
who
that
I am
Grace-
now? And she's like, you were always a himbo, Grayson, but at least you're a super himbo now.
Mhm.
Oh,
And he's
wow.
just like,
Damn.
huh.
And Red Hood is just laughing at him like, yeah,
I'll take my legendaries now, Montoya. Okay, leave me alone.
You
Bobby,
made that part.
what
mean
do you
She-Hulk?
like about Gotham Knights, good sir?
I love everything. Everything. I love that game. It's my favorite game.
I'm gonna get my cheesecake.
I play her all the time. No, I'm serious. I love that game. I love that game. I'm dead at. I'm
I
serious.
believe you. I
I'm
believe
a heart
you.
attack. It's really fun. Like I just been having fun. I'll just be taking pictures. Like I'll be doing crimes and I'll stop to take a picture, and the next thing you know, I've been taking pictures for 3 hours instead of doing crimes. Sorry, people of Gotham.
It does have a god
I'm just
mode
imagining
photo
that
mode.
in game. It's just like, I just stopped a crime. Selfie.
No, no, I was about to say, King Greek, he said something about the criminals. I love that at level 30, they become like literally everybody becomes a boxer and everybody just starts bobbing and weaving. So it's like, look, I literally just hit you with 2 batarangs and now you over there like this. Like little Kim. It's like little Kim at the when she was performing that little, they be doing, yes, that's exactly what they be doing. I'm like, girl, stop it. Punch, stop.
Oh my
Momentum
God.
attack,
All right.
cut it out. Stop
Nightwing
that.
players, have you ambush take down anybody against the
Is
wall
that when
where
he
he
does
actually
the
flips over, takes a selfie, and then knocks you out?
Oh, that's the other one. No, my
No,
favorite
I
Nightwing
have
one
not
is he
done
drops
that
on him
yet.
and he's like, boop, 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 boop. He beats him like a drum.
Yeah,
that's
Takes
my
me out
favorite
every
takedown
time.
right
Takes me
there.
out every time.
Well, it's got to be next to a wall or a console, and you just run up, ambush takedown. He smacks you, lifts your head back. The camera actually changes to a selfie perspective, and he's just like, and then just slams your face into the wall.
Now I gotta go
I
get
ha-
it so
I
can
had
take
that
a
one
picture.
after the
I have to
labyrinth.
take a picture.
I had that one after the labyrinth, and it was really funny that Nightwing's just been through like hell, seeing all these like doubts
Yeah,
and
and then
stuff, and then he's
he's
just
just
like
all
selfie. Boom!
Babe, bro, what do you like about Gotham Knights, bro?
I like the story, and I like that somebody can just hop in and leave whenever.
That drop
And
in,
I don't
drop out, co-op fire.
I didn't even know I was playing with somebody. Like we didn't even get to see each other.
Somebody just drop
No,
in
I'm
your
dead
game.
serious.
Go
Like, I
kill
didn't
some.
know.
Go solve some crimes real quick, then dip out.
That's the best part. Like you don't
Yeah.
even have to be together doing crimes. Like people join me and literally I never, like you said, never see them. I just get XP
I didn't
mods
know,
and
I
stuff
didn't
because
even
they
know.
doing my crimes. Thank you.
You know
We
what
going
made me
back to the Belfry
realize-
after this.
What made me realize I was in the game with somebody is because when I paused the game, it was still moving around. Like I was getting beat up, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was pausing, and they was still kicking my ass, bitch. That's because somebody was in my game and I couldn't pause it.
Girl, that girl ponytail was like this.
You pause the game, and you will still get your ass whooped if you with somebody in your game. You sure
Real
will.
quick, let's hear some promo from the homie Spring real quick, and then we're gonna talk about Midnight Suns. Let's get it popping, people.
FinancialFelons.com is where you can find the latest and exclusive DSG gear, from Fire or Trash, Excelsior Now, DSG Team Gear, and more. That's www.financialfelons.com. Make sure to use code DOOM for 15% off. That's code DOOM for 15% off. This is your DSG brand ambassador, Spring, and you know the motto, let the good times roll.
All right, Mr. Midnight Suns.
Before we
Jay
move,
Shot,
before we move on to that, I do want to say, playing it for a week before the game came out was like rough because I didn't have anybody to talk to about it. I kind of had to keep it to myself, and then the reviews started coming out, and I'm not gonna lie, I started doubting myself because this is a little personal game to me. Like I saw these people's faces, like I saw how much making this game meant to them. I got to go there and experience it, and I just wondered if I was caught up in the emotion of it because like I love the game. If nobody ever told me it wasn't 60 frames per second, I probably would have never even thought about it, to be honest with you. I just like that was a shock to me, and seeing how it seemed like it was like the approved game to dump on by the media, if you will. It was rough, and then seeing a lot of you guys get your hands on it and seeing how much you loved it, like, was really satisfying for me, because it made me realize, okay, it's not just me. You know, I do really feel what I do, and I really do feel like if just people played the game, they're gonna get sucked in too. Like, is it perfect? No, it can do a lot of things better. Hopefully it will, but like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't understand how anybody can play this and say, "Oh, it's a 4 out of 10." Like, I don't understand that. I just don't. So I did want to kind of add that, because you know, there's no two ways around it. When you get to experience something like going to the studio, you know, being given a tour by the head of the studio, having, you know, the creative directors and the art directors and the casting directors like tell you all these personal stories, and like have like all of these people from the team like literally watch you play their baby, you know, like I had like at least 8 to 10 people at all times hovered around me watching me play the game. Like, that is absolutely going to change the way you feel about something, because I feel like I was kind of a small part of it, you know, towards the end, you know. So I'm glad and happy that, like, for the most part, the people that I know that I've seen, you know, playing it are really enjoying it, because, you know, I felt like when I gave my opinion before anybody had a chance to play it, I was putting the sales pitch in, you know what I mean? And I just didn't want to, like, I don't ever want somebody to say, well, Jay Shocklast likes it, so I'm gonna go spend $70 on this game, and, you know, I'm sure I'm gonna like it too, and then not like it. Like, I don't like that scenario. And I know that's kind of what comes with the territory, but it is what it is. I just wanted to add that little piece, and I'm glad you all seem to universally enjoy it. And I get a lot of joy out of seeing, you know, Boxley down here, how passionate, you know, he could be sometimes. And I love seeing your like photo mode stuff. So yeah, I just think it's cool. I want
My
to
last thumbnail came from Boxley Chateau's photo mode. Fire,
I think just super quick. I think there's definitely something when Jay mentioned, like, you know, this assigned game to dunk on for Gotham Knights, right? Because then we're seeing the opposite over with God of War, and there was one negative review, only one from IGN Korea, I believe, right? And everyone is tearing that to shreds, right? But imagine,
because
but
that review was a joke.
I know, but like, but what are we? Like, if it was Gotham Knights and it were, you know, we would see that vice versa with all the positive people. So like, I saw it under Jay's not comment section, replies on Twitter, when, you know, he was saying, I like the game, I'm not fussed about the FPS, you know, a lot of dickheads, right? Just being honest. So, you know, and then seeing it from sort of the other standpoint of like, no, we like this game, right? So you say anything negative about this game, we all hate you, right? And it's like the vice versa of that. And it's people that are like assigning, right, we don't like this game, guys. Yeah, we're all in agreement. And then it's the same thing positive wise. And I noticed that a lot on social media, that it's never like, it's pretty mixed. You know, some people like it, some don't. It's either, no, we hate it, 0 out of 10, or it's the greatest game of all time.
It's the climate that we live in. Everybody on the internet feel like their opinion trumps everybody. And then if everybody's walking this way and you decide to go that way, they try to push you in the other direction. That's why you got to stand 10 toes and play whatever the hell you want to play with your damn money.
Yep.
Everybody got an opinion, but that don't mean your opinion is right.
That's
for real. It's your opinion. Real talk though. Let's get into this Midnight Suns thing, yo, because we did the Gotham Knights. Let's get into a little bit of Midnight Suns. Okay, now I want you two at the top right here, Mr. J Shockblast and King Greek, because you guys have the most, I think, at least on this particular panel, knowledge about the game. And I know you got to do your little promo, because don't you have to do that before you speak about it, Jason?
We are KNX Makers, sponsored by Midnight Suns.
And don't you have to do that too, Greek?
I did it for him.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
well,
okay.
I said
since we got all of the legalities out the way, break down to us what the hell is Midnight Suns? What is Midnight Suns, a video game? And either one of you
want
can
to
go first.
you want to take this first there or no?
I'll go first. Yeah, sure. Because like, I feel like I feel so much more comfortable about this game having seen some of their gameplay videos. And believe it or not, by playing Mario and Rabbids, okay, this game is Mario and Rabbids, but instead of having the same couple attacks that you could do for each character, there are cards that you draw. Those are your attacks. You build the deck based on cards that you unlock. The card playing aspect is really not that big of a deal. It's just another way of having, electric attack or cryo or whatever it may be. You're just assigning them and you're only able to use them once. It's a turn-based game with RPG elements, but the actual core gameplay is just turn-based. And Ubisoft gave me Mario and Rabbids, not a game I would have really bought on my own. But when I played Mario and Rabbids, I honestly said, okay, Midnight Suns is going to be fine. Because I'm not going to lie, for the entirety of time I've known about Midnight Suns, which includes before it was announced, I've been a little worried because like I'm not really a big turn-based strategy player. I've played XCOM and I named all my characters things like gonna die, probably gonna die, already dead, like roadkill, stuff like that, because like it's tough. They die in that game, they're gone forever. I think a lot of people put way too much emphasis on the card playing aspect when what they should be considering is the turn base. The turn base is what is going to make or break the game. And if you watch them play the game, it's so yeah, it's not an action game, but like it's still really cool because like you have to consider positioning and all these little nuances, and that's going to be how you actually get through and play the game. I'm actually pretty excited to see how I can handle it, to be honest. And I think Mario and Rabbids is what really did that for me. And I don't know if King Greek feels any differently or not.
No, I would definitely agree because I mean, like as we all know, like we're like all of us are Avengers players. We spend copious amounts of time into building our builds and making sure things are right, so that when you go into your mission, you can just pretty much do exactly what it is you need to do. That's definitely one thing that they've tried to make better for newcomers because like you said, Jay, you're not really a turn-based type of person. For anyone that doesn't know, the game as of right now has a total of 8 difficulties, with the first 2 being the easiest, which are story and then normal. You have heroic 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3, and then I believe it's ultimate 1, 2, and 3. They are trying their best to make it easier for newcomers because I'm gonna be honest, if you don't like cards, then that's understandable. But I would also say to grow the hell up because like everybody in here has played a card game at some point.
Marvel
Some
Snap is literally the biggest game on the internet right now.
Yeah, and it's been taking over. So like people have played Yu-Gi-Oh, people have played Pokemon. All of these are card games, and what people don't realize is that for people who love games like Persona, Chrono Trigger, all of these are the exact same game. The only difference is you're not allowed to spam the same ability over and over until you break your square button. You actually have to think and work on setting up your combos. And there's huge payoffs if you do it because if you set your team up right, you can wipe out an entire arena with Scarlet Witch or Ghost Rider and so on and so forth. It's definitely a game that welcomes everybody. But if you're the type of person that likes punishment, if you like playing Elden Ring type games, then that is definitely there for you as well.
All right. I was when I first saw Midnight Suns, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be the next Marvel's Avengers type of game where I can go in and, like you said, set up a build and go hit my square, hit my triangle button and clear the room out or whatnot. This is not that at all. This is, to me, looks more like a Strike Force type of you do this, you get these critical hits like a Dokkan battle or something for Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like to me. It's not really card gamey per se, but you do have cards implemented into the game which help you out. Can you guys explain that to us? Like what? Like okay, I want to play as Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, and Deadpool. How does that work? How do I do my chaos magic as Scarlet Witch? Can somebody explain that to me?
I could take this one, Jay, if you
Yeah, go ahead.
you know.
Yeah,
So all of these characters have their specific types. Like for Avengers, Spider-Man is a very agile, crowd controlling type of character. Iron Man easily is one of the strongest. Right, I saw that star. Easily one of the strongest range characters in the game. These characters also have their specific things that they can do as well. You can build these characters however you want, but they do have their areas they're strong in. Scarlet Witch, I would say next to Storm, is probably as of right now, the best AoE character in game. She would work well with somebody like Deadpool or even Blade if they play similar, because Blade is a character that only benefits himself. He's a very high damage dealer, but he mostly combos off himself. If you can use Scarlet Witch, for example, if Deadpool plays like that, to set up Deadpool to take out 3 to 4 people or 5 at once through various things like change attacks or chain reactions and so on and so forth. Every character has their own nuance that you can build into or not build into, but everything has the potential to play off one another very greatly. This isn't like Avengers where these heroes start off at level 1, they're kind of weakish and you have to build them up. No, these characters are insanely strong when you start off, and they're going to reach godhood by the time you're done, because of the Jake himself has said this. He is encouraging players to break his game as much as possible. He wants to see what kind of builds people can make with these characters. That God damn it! So, yes, why was Storm not be an AOE?
Get your videos ready, everyone.
I'm gonna get fired.
Quick question.
So one of the comments in the chat is from Eastwood saying that Midnight Sun sounds exactly like Strike Force, and that's actually a really good comparison. So Cammy is not with 2K anymore, but when she approached me about working with Midnight Suns, one of the things that she asked me is if I played Strike Force, and that is definitely, like, in its own way, a game that there are going to be some similarities to, because Strike Force is a turn-based game, not quite the same, and honestly, I use Strike Force as an example all the time about how free-to-play games are horribly monetized, because you can open that game right now and there's probably 5 or 6 offers that are going to cost $100. But as an actual mobile game, it's probably my favorite Marvel mobile game, like, period. I've definitely, like, not spent much, and there's a lot of characters I don't have, and I'm not as good because of it, but I think that's definitely a fair comparison. It just doesn't have the card aspect, but you're building your characters. Every character has their turns. There are ways to, like, there, like Rick said, there's ways that certain characters are going to they're going to influence the other characters, maybe give them haste or whatever it may be. So, like, it's just the card aspect is the variable that's different from other games that we've played that we're not used to. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
And in terms of the other story, because like Jay touched on the other side and how the characters play, how it's similar to Strike Force. For the other half of that, if anyone's ever played Fire Emblem or Persona, or the relationships, the time you spend outside of the Abbey is just as important. Because for Babe, bro, who was your favorite character right now on the roster, DLC or main?
What made me say I'm gonna buy it, because y'all know I don't. People are like, "Oh, it's a card game." I just want to take a risk. Like I'm like that. I don't care. I just wanted to buy it, and I'm like, once I saw Storm's design, like the character design, I was like, "Oh, I have to." No, I have to. Like I have to. She looked the way I would want her to look in the MCU. That character design is amazing. Even Morbius, like that was, listen, I'm buying the heroic, what is it? The $100 version?
The legendary edition.
Yes, drag me to hell. I don't care.
And that's the thing with the relationship aspect, spending time with these characters, watching movies, playing video games, going on long walks in the woods at nights, going fishing or whatever, that all translates to gameplay options, because as you spend more time with them, you unlock more abilities for them, like passive abilities, which can further translate into combat and further mess with their character potential. Once you max out a character's friendship, you unlock their Midnight Sun ability, which is their ultimate. We haven't seen what the ultimates are for the DLC characters yet, but
did you just confirm the woods?
I made that joke.
Did I confirm the woods? You know what? No, I didn't. You want to know why? Because there's a whole screenshot of Blade walking through the woods with the hunter. But no,
yeah.
Though,
did you confirm fishing?
Jesus Christ!
Did he confirm air in the universe? Is there air there? Like, can you breathe?
Oh, brother.
Did you
relationship.
Confirm the Abby?
You know what, Jay?
Wait, I'm supposed to be on your
Are you
team,
telling
right?
me? Are you telling me this is a Marvel game, Greg? Have you just confirmed that there will be Marvel superheroes in Marvel's Midnight Suns? Guys, we need to call up 2K. All right.
Quick question for the panel that's not J Shock Blast and King Greek. I'm gonna start with QKS Kitty. Are you interested in getting this type of game? I know this is not our type of game. Are you planning on getting Midnight Suns? QKS Kitty.
What are you saying? It's not our type of game. This is exactly my type of game. I grew up with turn-based strategy games, and it's Marvel on top of it. It's made for me specifically.
There you have
it. It's the dream game.
Final Fantasy.
Boom. Who cares? You're muted, so just to let you know that you are. There you go. Is this something that you're interested in getting? No?
No.
Not at all? Not even with Storm in her AoE?
No, she's cute. She's cute, but no. I'm not a fan of waste of money. I'm sorry. I'm not saying it's a waste of money, but I'm not. I don't.
Why are you pressuring him?
If you buy
I'm not pressuring any. I asked the question, Jay.
And you
I'm letting it linger.
That's technically a waste of money. So I don't.
You just
I don't want to get it, and then I don't play it, and then it's just sitting there collecting dust, like many of the other games.
Take it to GameStop and get $3 for it.
No,
I don't want to go to GameStop.
I mean,
it's okay to not want to play a Marvel game. Like I think
if he doesn't want to get it, that's
I'm
fair.
sorry.
We're all adults.
But that's I think one of the things that this game is suffering from is like people see the Marvel at the beginning of the game and they say, "Yep, that's mine. It has to be what I want." And I
haven't learned that from the A game yet.
But I just feel like it's fair to feel that way. Like, it's just another person that can watch King Greek play the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll gladly watch everybody play it. You have fun. Y'all get y'all life, and I'm gonna get my life.
You know what? Somebody said the same thing about Gotham Knights, and it's now 100 hours into the game. And I'm not gonna mention who that person is, but we'll see. We'll see. Slight Stardust, Mr. Geese, Mr. Spider-Man, who's boxing pretty soon.
Yeah, man.
You spending that money, bro?
Listen, it could be a Marvel Cooking Mama game, all right, and I'd probably buy it. Like if you could have have the heroes in the kitchen flipping up burgers and stuff, making gourmet meals, Like I'm into it. Listen, I am the sort of person that would chill just because it's got Marvel at the beginning, and it could be any genre. I'll be like, I like that one now. I'm into Cooking Mama. No, so this sort of gameplay is something that I've only recently got into with games like Persona. Ironically, where you build up friendships, and then in turn it helps you with turn-based combat and stuff like that. So when they kind of announced this straight after I finished Persona 5 Royal, when I just got into it, I was like, okay, great. Amazing. What a transition. So I have been pretty much ready since day one. I think that the choices of characters, right. You know what? No, this is a rant for maybe later on. I'm not gonna do it yet. All right, I'm not gonna do it yet.
Okay. Babe, bro, I know that you said that Storm was the reason that you were getting the game, because we talked before about this game, and you were like, I can't go in and I can't just smash who I want to smash. I gotta wait for all of that, so I'm not really interested. But it looks like Storm, Miss AOE, got you a little right, huh?
I say this almost every weekend, guys. Like, I love, like, you know how Jay was just saying that he was around people that were working on Gotham Knights and stuff. Like, I love to look at developers and see like a passion behind it. With all due respect, I don't want to talk about the A game, but every time the developers went on a stream, it was like, do we really have to do this? No. Let's be clear. You're not doing me a favor. I'm buying your game. So when you come on this stream, you can't look like you're, oh my God. And everybody's having like this face where they're trying to summon the four corners. And it's just like this melancholy, and everybody's just sitting there streaming new content, or you're taking questions from people who play your game, and you're not enthusiastic about it. So when I see Deadpool take over the Twitter, responding to people, developers as they're explaining how the game is gonna go, what they did, speaking about the game to change it to cater to the new gameplay. Trust me, I did my research. I watched the interview. I watched the live stream to have them explain. Don't get me wrong. If you do not like card games, if you do not want to deal with that type of stuff, and it's a no from jump, don't sit there and buy it, because you're going to sit there and you're going to say you don't like the game, but you already knew what it was about. Right. So I'm going to support it. I'm going to buy it. I like that it has a season pass. I would love for them to add more X-Men. Anything that adds X-Men, I'm supporting it, because the X-Men need to get more love. So I'm showing the game love, and I'm buying it. The $100 version, I'm picking it up.
Go ahead. Jake Home Prime, you are one of our variety streamers. Even though I did find you while you were playing Avengers, I mostly watch your Fortnite and Destiny streams. If we're keeping it real, that's when you streaming that's when I'm in there. So
you even showed up for a DC Universe Online stream.
I actually played
all three of y'all that came that night. Thank you.
That was my game for a long time, bro. So
I bought that for $60. I bought that game.
Babe. First and foremost, Babe, in a single statement and facial expression, summed up my feeling for the past 2 years for the A game. So tip of the hat to you on that one.
I already know what you're talking about too. So, but are you? Is this a type of game that you are actually interested in? You think you can, be streaming this? This is something that you're going to stream and things like that.
In the interest of 100% transparency, if I'm given a copy, I'll play it. I'm not buying it.
I hear you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I like to give Boxley trash, because Boxley is like one of the Photoshop mode people in the community. So I kind of wanted to see what kind of good stuff they was gonna come up with, but his ass ain't getting the damn game. So I guess I can't. But King Greek and J Shock Blast got another question for you guys about Midnight Suns. What is the story so far? What is going on in Midnight Suns that the hunter, or whoever this person is assembling literally the most powerful heroes in the Marvel universe to take on? What is going on?
Did you not watch the
prequel? I didn't. I've been sick for the last 2 weeks, bro, and yeah, so I did not. So
I'll let King Greek have this one.
Okay.
Because I don't want to do
it. How do you know that I didn't want to do it?
It doesn't matter. You're the junior member of the staff.
Son of a bitch.
I'm pulling my clout card for once.
Yeah, for once. Okay. So the story of Midnight Suns is essentially Lilith, the mother of demons, is Hydra yet again has been messing around with forces they don't understand, accidentally woke up Lilith, and is bringing forth a prophecy known as the Midnight Sun, in which Cthulhu is said to unleash literal hell on Earth. The Hunter, which is her only daughter, is now assembling the Midnight Suns with the help of the Avengers. More like they just barged in and they're really here to help now. It's kind of a story of the old dogs are coming in to teach the young kids some new tricks, are trying to stop Lilith before the prophecy finishes. And there is a time, I think it's like a few weeks before that prophecy is finished. So it's pretty much like a race against time. It's a very loose adaptation on the 90s comic with the original Midnight Suns with the Ghost Riders and the Night Stalkers and so on and so forth.
Hydra messing with things they don't understand. Must be Tuesday.
Is this game co-op? It's just
This
single player.
is a single player game.
Single player.
Wow.
As of right now, strictly single player.
Wow.
As of right now, Greek, are you saying there's a
God damn, Star's on your head, Greek.
I thought you were gonna stop being a full-time content creator. So why are you fishing for information?
This man is straight cookie crummy right now, bro. Like right now.
I mean, you did say races against time as well. Did you just confirm kart races in Marvel's Midnight Suns?
Bro.
Now you're trying.
Time trials. It's time trials. Oh no. Shit. So okay, it's not that actually changes a lot of things. I thought it was going to be a co-op game to where you can one person can be Scarlet Witch, one person can be Strange, somebody can be Deadpool, and y'all go in and work together with your cards, and that's not working though.
It's a single player game.
Yeah, for something like that, especially with it being turn-based combat, like co-op just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Now
PvP maybe, but
I have a question. Do you think, being that it's not so graphically inclined, that I should get it for the Switch instead of the PS5?
The graphics actually look great, bro. You might want to get that for the PS5, dog. Like,
well, two things. One, if you do get it for the Switch, you won't be getting it this December. That's for sure. Secondly, because
they delayed last gen.
Yeah. Switch is a part of the last gen, but also the graphics aren't outstanding. Let's be honest. Like, I'm not gonna say they're at the level of Arkham Knight or whatever. They are good for what they are, but at the same time, if you're dealing with the Switch, you're still going to be dealing with that performance downgrade just because there's a limit to what the Switch can do. So
it's not running cloud gaming.
No, I don't do none of that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say it's worse than cloud gaming, but if you want to get it on Switch, that's up to you. But
I just thought about the fact that I gotta wait, and I'm like, no.
Well, if you are getting that Legendary Edition, don't forget you get the Iron Man Funko Pop if you pre-order it at GameStop.
Mm-hmm.
That game comes out right after my boxing match, so literally 27th of November. I'm gonna be like, I'm treating myself, £100, Legendary Edition. Let's do this, baby.
December 2nd, right?
There's actually a version at Game
December
UK
2nd,
that has the tarot cards as well.
I can pretend I got them by the company. I can be like, guys, look at my cards.
Is this a stream type game, or is it something that you like play? It's like solo, or and just
I think
enjoy yourself.
For the first week or two, I think there's going to be a lot of people that want to watch people stream it because it's such an unknown, and I think after that, it's going to come down to are you into this? You know what I mean? I can see this being a game that doesn't have a huge stream presence, and that not necessarily being a bad thing, but I can also see it being where you're going to find people that are really, really good at I think this is going to be a huge game for Tricks Ridiculous. I just feel it that he is going to be so good at this game, and he's going to have all these amazing build videos. And I'm really looking forward to watching him play the game, because I feel like if you get the right person, and you can learn something from the way the combat works, because let's be real, it's a different kind of game for a lot of people. But I don't know, maybe it could be a stream game. Like there are definitely games that surprise us, like Hearthstone. I mean, I don't know how many people want to watch a Hearthstone stream, but like it's the same general idea, you know.
Yeah,
it's the cutscenes I think that are going to get people watching it. Because like when I saw Doctor Strange make 1 million freaking suns and just, I was like, what the whoa, you know, like
that was definitely one of the main things going into development of the game, because every game has their own flashy effects and whatnot, but like this is a turn-based game, and these aren't as simple as just like regular soldiers, like how in the XCOM games, these are some of the strongest heroes walking around the Marvel universe. So it would make sense for the things that they do to be as flashy as possible, which is why you see Wanda kind of setting off a magical nuke and Strange calling in 7 suns from out of nowhere to just rain down on a specific person.
Right. That looks cool. That made me want to be interested in the game itself. So
I mean,
like, don't they have a whole? They have a whole entire like comic book run drawn by David Nakayama right now. Like
that's
with
not connected.
Agatha. Oh, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah. So like it shares some of the same members, but but that's a completely different storyline involving like the new Ghost Rider Zoe, who might be the strongest, who I think is currently the strongest Ghost Rider of them all. But it's a good story. Like I do currently recommend it. But
shout
no,
out to David Nakayama because he rules. Honestly,
he has
like
wonderful art.
I randomly met him in 2017 at New York Comic Con, and like he instantly followed me on like all the social medias, and we've just kept up ever since. And you know, I just saw him a couple weeks ago at New York Comic Con again, and it's just I love David Nakayama. He's awesome. He's one of my favorite artists. He also
I stalked him after he did the Rogue, because he did all the girls.
Yeah,
you know
he
that
did
Boxley,
those,
right? He did all those girl pictures, like of
the
Destiny
art
and the cover. He
covers.
did all of that.
Yeah,
he
was actually the art director on that Marvel Alliance, Avengers Alliance. Like it was like a Facebook game. Yeah, he was like actually the art director on that.
Oh wow!
And he did that. I interviewed him during War for Wakanda because he did that like that
the
digital
animation
art thing.
thing.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry.
No,
I didn't mean to cut you off, but he said the magic words. One of my favorite artists. I love supporting him.
Yeah. I think when it comes to like in a streaming sense, Midnight Suns, I think it'll like if they continue to do multiple seasons, right? So obviously they've got this batch of characters. If they do continue to do it, I think that the people who stick with it after the bigger content creators who get their ads in and stuff leave, I think it'll be very similar to how a lot of people grew with Avengers, where it's like there's not a huge pool of people, but there's a lot of big personalities in a small pond. So eventually people start growing from that. I think it'll be like that. I really do. I think Midnight Suns is going to either catapult people up, or it will get the people that have left Avengers who are a little bit stagnant up again, right? Like,
some people gotta understand, like, I've never played a card game and I'm playing Marvel Snap just because of that Marvel name. Like,
are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying Marvel Snap?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And I've never, mind you, I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh! I've never played the last card game I played that had Marvel characters. Do y'all remember those overpower cards? They were like, it was a Marvel card game, but they were called Overpower. Like they had like a gem on it.
I know what you're talking. I know, like I know what you're talking about. I was saying,
it was a card game like from the 90s or whatever. I bought that, but I've never played any other card game. I'm enjoying Marvel Snap. If this is Marvel Snap, like me playing the card and them actually doing the action afterwards, I can see myself enjoying it. It's very
cinematic. If you like, because I know big, because like I've seen you on Twitter. You a flashy person. You got a flashy sense of style, and I can respect it. The game is flashy, so like you'll definitely love that sense. In terms of the streaming aspect, turn-based as a whole is a niche genre. But like Star said, even though it's a niche genre, it still has that Marvel name attached to it. So it's still going to draw in outside names, like regardless.
Everybody's gonna cover it off top on day one because it's a Marvel game. So
actually, I would disagree.
You're gonna have your Evans, you're gonna have your Techniques, the people that we know on top of the people we don't. That's even bigger than them. They're gonna cover it too. So it's gonna.
I would agree to disagree on that, Doom. In terms of the people that we know, they will cover it. In terms of everyone else, no, because you have to think about it. This is not your standard Marvel game. This isn't Avengers, this is Spider-Man, this is a
Marvel game. And a lot of people, that's why I'm having y'all explain to our chat right now what this game is and what it's about, because a lot of people see those cutscenes and gonna think, oh my god, this is like I did. This is a new Avengers game. I'm ready to go smash something. And then they go buy the game.
But it's not just the cutscenes. In the chat,
I'm saying that's what they're seeing. That's why I'm having y'all explain it. So if they're not just seeing these cutscenes, seeing these cool animations and being like, this is what the game is about. The game is a lot more technical than that, right?
I think there are a lot of creators out there that they're gonna target to get this in the hands of that play this type of game at a big level. Like I think of Carnage, I believe. I know he's a big one with this type of game, if you will. I'm sure they're going to target people like that. I think it's going to be very important for them to get this into the hands of the right people that first week or two that it's out, because this is definitely a game people are going to want to see for themselves and see real people play. Honestly, even their last stream that they did, I was a little disappointed that they kept failing the mission, because they went in and they made it clear this is going to be a hard mission that we're going to go do, and they kept failing it. And I was a little disappointed because I kind of felt like, especially after the second time, they should have moved on to something else, because it was an opportunity where they could have shown different aspects. And I think we all understood, going into it, hey, you're showing us something really hard and you failed. I get the frustration and wanting to plow through it, but at the same time, I really think it's important that people that get it are the ones out there doing it, and that if you're even remotely on the fence, that you just watch for a couple days. You know what I mean?
That's what I did.
I do want to say this just to follow up on Doom's point. I do agree with you in that the cutscenes are definitely bringing people in. But okay, so take it from the perspective of somebody that's been watching how well the game has been received since way back in June when we got our detailed look at that gameplay. The cutscenes look amazing. Yes, there's even a new cutscene with Captain America and Ghost Rider driving the Hell Charger on top of a train. But once they see the cards, that is where the turnoff came in, because like I was saying earlier, this is not your standard Marvel game. This isn't Avengers. This is Spider-Man. The flashiness looks great. The cutscenes look cool, but it's the fact that it's it's turn-based and you have to use cards. That's the reason why the chat will agree. The chat could agree with me on this too. That's the reason why the reception hasn't really been as great. Jay probably can agree with me on this too. If the combat did not include cards, the reception of Midnight Suns more than likely would have been a bit better than what it initially was. Cards are just about 60 to 70% of the cards are about 60 to 70% of the reason for why the game had as bad as a reception as it did, and that's the reason why a lot of creators are choosing to not look at it.
I agree with him, because you know what's crazy? If you look at it, isn't Final Fantasy VII the same way? Don't you take turns to go?
The original is not the
but the fact that you have a card now, it discourages people. So
that's what I
was saying too.
That's what I was saying earlier, babe, bro. Because
Final Fantasy don't got no cards, and it does the same shit.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, Fire Emblem. All of these games are turn-based. The only difference is you can't sit there and spam one same ability until your button breaks off. You have all your abilities in there, but you actually have to think about what you want to do
and how that critical attacks and critical power is actually going to matter in this game, right?
No, it matters in terms of how much you can do and when you can pull it off. Timing is that like for all of you Avengers players who have a specific moment of when to do this, when to do this, when to do that. Timing is definitely gonna be very important.
I already have a feeling that like this game is going to pretty much roll the exact same way because I've streamed this type of game before. It was a game called Gears Tactics, and a lot of stuff was swimming around Gears Tactics, just like it was with Midnight Suns. There's going to be an initial pop, people coming in wanting to see the cutscene, see what the game is about, and then there's going to be a sharp drop off because once they realize what type of game that it is, and the people that enjoy that game are dedicated to that type of game are going to stick around. And if you are going to stream this game, I'm going to tell you from personal experience, brace yourself for some of the most toxic, oppressive, and savage backseat gamers you have ever seen in your life.
I'm looking forward to every single one of them. Please go in my comments. I have all the I am a chimney. I want all the smoke. Try to drag me for buying the game. I want you to.
No, they're not going to drag you for buying the game. They're going to drag you for playing a certain way.
That's fine.
They can do whatever they want. I hack IP addresses. I don't do that bullshit.
That's a fact.
Question for the chat. Chat, if you're buying Midnight Suns, type in 1. If you're not buying Midnight Suns, type in 2. I just kind of want to get a gauge of who's buying this game and who's not buying it.
This is me typing 1 in the chat. Let me stop playing.
I'm screaming.
I'm doomed. I can't with y'all. This every time this panel, bro. Let's move on to God of War. Okay, so we've got. Let's see. We got one.
Oh my God, God of War and Wakanda Forever in the same week.
Yes. Let's get it popping. Real quick. Fuck all that. We don't need no damn promo. Let's just talk. God of War. I've never played a God of War game ever.
Me neither.
Can somebody give me? You know what? Let's just go across the top. Jay, you played God of War before, right?
Yeah.
How do you enjoy the games as a whole?
By playing it, I use my controller.
Fucking Jay. God damn you bastard.
I thought this was going to be the first time that I made it through one.
No, you know it was coming. God damn you.
You were looking for a reason.
Oh, yeah. I've been all night and you've been just on chill status. But you made it. But seriously, are they good games? Because this game, from what I'm seeing, is looking like it's set up to be the game of the year.
I think they're a little overrated, personally. I don't think they're. I think they're great games, but like, I don't know, man. I feel like there's a little Sony pony effect that goes into it, like because it's like it's the literal. I don't know.
It has a cult following.
It really does, and like I feel like it's just one of those games that when reviewers put it in the disc tray, it starts at a 7. And there's no way to go down from there. You know what I mean?
I know. I hear you.
But like the first few, I thought they were pretty good for their time. This recent one, I loved it. It was really good. The graphics were amazing. But something else came out, and it was one of those things where I started playing something else, and I just never went back. And when I tried to go back, I forgot what I was doing. I forgot how to play. And I was just like, yeah, I'm out. I don't want to start over.
I am politely requesting the top spot for this.
Oh.
The man's dressed as freaking Kratos, basically.
Oh.
So I have been with God of War since day one. God of War 2018 happened for one reason and one reason only. They wanted to reboot the franchise because after God of War Ascension, there was a vote of no confidence in the franchise anymore. That's why we didn't see any God of War games for like 5-6 years. Because there were 2 on the PlayStation 2, 2 on the PSP, 2 on the PS3, and they each progressively sold less and less.
I had my red PSP. There was a red PSP. I had it. I sold it at GameStop afterwards.
So like this was a game that was meant to rival Devil May Cry because Devil May Cry was really peak back then. If you look at the older games, they play very similar to each other. And it's basically Kratos just going down the Greek mythology pantheon and just axing them one by one, which I think at total count was about almost 30 different gods and 2 cities.
Wow.
So yeah, he did work. Atlantis sunk because of him. So when they went to go look at this franchise again, they were originally going to axe it completely. There wasn't going to be another one. And then Cory Barlog decided to go with an entirely different approach. The 2018 game does not play anything like the previous games, all the way down to the camera angle and how you control the character. The original games were on a fixed camera point. This one is not. And yeah, it was just by the grace of God. There's a documentary about the 2018 God of War called Raising Kratos that if you have even remote interest about the history of that franchise, go watch it. It's on YouTube for free. People don't realize how close this game came to not being made, period. So yeah, there's...
Damn, John.
God of War 2018 is a return to grace story.
Okay. Is it? Would you recommend these games to your community?
Absolutely. Avoid God of War Ascension. Play God of War 1, 2, and 3. Play the PSP ones if you like. They re-released them on PS3. Chains of Olympus, Ghost of Sparta. Ghost of Sparta, personally, is one of my favorite God of War games. But if you just wanted to jump straight into God of War 2018, you can, because the story is set up that way to where, like, you don't need to know the full detail of what Kratos did back in Greece. You'll kind of get it as you progress through the game of he was a god. He was the god of war. He killed his father.
So it's like
just
starting Dragon Ball
just,
Z right at episode 1 without actually watching Dragon Ball, and you kind of get what happens as you watch it. Okay,
actually,
cool.
yeah,
Cool.
You can do that.
Quick question: didn't the battle guy that did the fighting in the God of War 2018 work on the A game?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
that's where Kratos was the inspiration behind how Thor played.
Okay.
It's the reason why if you play God of War, you'll if you play Thor, you'll feel at home.
King Greek, obviously you've played God of War. Would you recommend this to your constituents in your community, bro?
I definitely would. I've never really been the biggest fan of God of War. I think like the first one I ever touched was I think Ghost of Sparta on the PSP, and then I eventually made my way into some of the other games in the series. The 2018 remake was where I really became a God of War fan. Like I'm not picking it up. I'm not picking it up at release. Just because I have other stuff going on. Like I'll get it eventually, but it's not a must buy. But I definitely would recommend the game. I definitely would recommend it because it's a good game. It's a great series. Like I have no issues with it.
The God of War series is a fantastic, albeit dangerous, drinking game. Every time he kills a mythological character, just take a shot.
Plus, you'd be drinking a lot if he's killing 30 guys in one game. So,
that's through all of them.
It stays true to Greek mythology too, which is like the 80% of Greek mythology is just because Zeus was horny,
right? And like by the end of God of War 3, you're just sitting there looking at the list, going, "Who the fuck is left?"
QCast Kitty, are you a fan of God of War?
God of Mid. Absolutely not. I think it's the average action adventure that started with the Tomb Raider, like back in the day, like early on Tomb Raider. It has not really evolved. Essentially, it even devolved back into that with the 2018 version.
Ooh.
And the new one, yeah, it does look pretty. It has a decent story. Gameplay,
Ooh.
I get way more gameplay out of every JRPG I play.
Wow. You just literally took a shot and said, I'm not even caring today. Okay, all right. Who cares? You're muted, so unmute yourself. Talk to me. God of War fan, would you recommend this to your constituents and community? I say constituents like you in running for something, but
Okay,
your
I'm
community.
definitely running for office in Texas. Y'all, please vote for me. I'll send y'all the ballot.
Yo.
Okay, so I'm not a fan. I am actually not a fan of male-led action games. So I don't actually own any male-led action games unless you can like pick somebody else. Then I do. But that's neither here nor there. I played God of War 3. It was cute. I played 2018. I don't remember if I beat it, but it was cute. I'm not really a fan of the whole dad-son relationship thing. That's not my vibe. So I'm not really a fan of it.
You not cool with the boy?
Yeah, no, I didn't jive with him. Like, boy, just like
she said, "Boy, bye."
Yeah, like he got a name. I don't understand, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm done.
I might pick up the new one. I'll watch people play it, see what it's giving. If I like it, I'll catch it while it's on sale. If not, I'm not missing anything because I didn't really care for it in the first place.
Damn.
You know where to find me, honey.
Okay.
You know I got you.
Fucking can't stand y'all, bro. Slice Stardust, what you got for me, bro?
Well, I mean, after that,
the last two takes is like, woo.
Okay, so I started off with God of War 2018 as a complete random purchase. Wasn't a fan before, didn't know anything about them. Went into 2018, thought, this is all right. Like, it's okay. Like, it wasn't the greatest thing ever. I definitely think the franchise is a little, well, at least that one is a bit overrated, right? Boss variety just completely was like, bro, are they gonna just like recolor these giant monsters again? Like, I'm getting sort of fed up. It's giving me Abomination vibes.
I'm with you 100% on that. The trolls were overdone.
But everything else was great. It just, there was something about it that, like, towards the end of the game, I felt myself almost trying to speed run it because I was like, I think I'm ready to move on. You know what I mean? And I think so. What I did was I went back to God of War 3 because it come out because you can play it on like PS4, PS5, the remastered one. And for anyone who knows, Aphrodite, all right.
How did I
So
know?
you can. Let's just say I'll keep it PG. You can do a button sequence to impress Aphrodite, shall we say?
Oh my god!
And that was, let's just, this is when I knew the series was for me. No, I thought God of War 3 was all right. I can definitely see why they evolved it the way they did, because it definitely felt a bit like, it felt very old, right? It definitely felt very old school combat
Very dated,
gameplay.
yeah.
So I appreciate it. Will I be getting Ragnarok? I will, but maybe later on. I really like Norse mythology, so it wouldn't necessarily be for God of War. It would be for the Norse stuff, Thor and Odin, and yeah, pretty much.
Got you. Babe, bro, are you interested?
I am. What? Are you crazy?
I don't know. Am I asking?
Wait, no. Let's just be clear. To everyone who is not getting it, to everyone who has their own opinion about it, I need y'all to understand that if you go buy a bag of Jelly Belly jelly beans, you are the obsolete black jelly bean in that bag. You are the needle in the haystack. The reason I say this is I'm going to follow up what Boxy said. I don't buy games with male leads. I don't like them. But I'm a Biggie fan. I've never listened to Tupac, but I recognize he's a legend. You don't have to be engulfed into something to give something its respect. That game is fucking iconic. Okay, I need everybody to understand that game is Marvel. That's why even right now you playing Avengers. There's somebody that worked on that game that's working on Avengers. Sis. So every time you play with Jane Foster, thank you, God of War. Okay, so that game.
Vince left a while ago.
Everybody had their mic. So I'm gonna come in like Kanye and tell Taylor, give me a second, because I'm gonna tell you, Beyonce had one of the greatest videos of all time. So, like I was saying, I was quiet. I let everybody say what they need to say. So I'm going to say what I'm going to say because I'm going to purchase it. Okay? That game is iconic. I never played it, never beat it. The last one, the remaster, played the beginning. Based on the intro alone, y'all want to talk about Gotham Knights and how Batman died and how, listen, baby, you want to feel emotion with a son, with a family, that game is amazing. I think it's beautiful. I've never beat none of the other ones, but it's like you have to give God of War its respect. That game, if God of War wasn't around, I don't think we would be even able to play a PlayStation 5. Like, I don't even know what could have happened to this whole franchise had that character not existed. So there's a reason he's in Fortnite, and it's, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm getting it. First of all, there's a mermaid in it. Why would I not get it? I'm getting it. It's gorgeous. They're giving people. And I hate to say this because I bought Gotham Knights, and I'm going to keep my 30 frames per second, and I love them. They gave people like 6, 7 options of how to... What? They said y'all can watch this at 30 frames, 20 frames, 60 frames, 40 frames. You got a screen that's not big enough. You run it on here at optimum performance. The fact these people put their foot into this game. Like, I can see just watching the whole making, they're dropping like little YouTube videos explaining how they came up with certain concepts. And it's almost like how Jay was explaining to people that did Gotham Knights. Like, these people are putting mind you, I don't play as male characters, but I bought Ghost of Tsushima. Shout out to Brock for convincing me. That game is gorgeous. So there are little limitations that I've had with certain games, even like with Midnight Suns. But I think once you dabble a little bit, you'll see that, okay, Kratos is not a girl, but that's why I bought Heavenly, I think it was called Heavenly Sword or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, she was supposed to be like some sort of knockoff.
She was like the female Kratos.
Right. So, yeah, I'm definitely getting it. And
what's the name of the game everybody's playing? What was playing a couple of months ago with the redhead girl? She had the bow and arrow in the hand.
Horizon Forbidden.
They're still playing that. That's another one that's iconic. Put some respect on Aloy.
Horizon, the forbidden, never-ending side quest.
Excuse me, and don't try her like that. Angela Bassett is in that game. You was on my good side.
Hey.
Okay.
Forbidden West is a goddamn gem. But Jesus Christ, it needed to end after hour 800.
Damn.
Don't say that when Kratos. No, don't say that when you had Stardust talking about giving Aphrodite special pleasure. Because if Kratos was a girl, y'all had a problem. Don't make me talk my shit.
What the fuck just happened?
Listen,
bring her back to the top. Get up here and save me, sir.
Nope.
Because if
Kratos
was a girl,
every time I'm on this podcast, I love Babe more and more.
Don't make me get on my knees.
He really said no. He really said no. So he was like, nope.
Not let Kratos be a girl.
I would not dare interrupt Babe Bro.
Get out of here.
Although I am a little upset that he just ruined Gotham Knights for me. That told me Batman died.
Oh.
Batman dead confirmed in Midnight Suns.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
King Greek confirmed that 2 weeks.
Okay.
He did. I heard it. I went onto his stream with it when
I don't even know where to go from here.
God, I can't wait, dude.
I would say I have the collector's pre-ordered, so I'm looking forward to it, but I really only am getting it because of Mjolnir. So
my twin's getting the hammer.
Yeah, that giant hammer that comes with the collector's edition. I won't spend no $200 on that. I'll tell you.
Oh, God.
But
I can't even breathe right now.
But she's getting bored. I'm fine.
Much like you'll see me with my Twitter blue check mark tomorrow. Tax write-off.
Okay.
I see.
No shame indeed.
I don't care. Like, give me all those extra features. I'm just gonna write off on my taxes. What do I care?
I'll pay the $8 for the edit button alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's an edit button on it with the $8.
Yeah.
With Twitter Blue, yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. You could have actually had it already.
$60.
See, if it wasn't going directly into Elon Musk's pocket, I would probably rock with that, to be honest with you.
Look at it this way: we're content creators. It's a tax write-off. It is a means to an end.
I mean, I'm a part-time content creator. I don't really get the tax write-off because I don't really make no money doing this shit. So,
I honestly don't care about any of this Elon Musk stuff. Like, there's bad people at every company. Like, you know.
But no, this dude literally is changing the way we do Twitter for his own benefit. And that's what's pissing me off.
I mean, personally, I'm glad that most of the people who be trolling ain't gonna be able to troll no more. That's just my.
Yes, they can. They could go ahead and buy a $60 account and give everybody troll you with that check mark.
Because if it's a parody account, you have to be stated that it's a parody account, or you get it suspended.
Suspended Kathy Griffin tonight for that.
Okay, listen.
Well, that was because they was all imitating him. That's all that was about. He was in his feelings. I'm so sorry.
Some of them are proper funny as well, by the way. Like, if you guys get a chance to like see them,
my wife left me. That just cracked me up because I really thought it was him for a second because I saw the blue check mark. I was like, oh damn.
There was another one where it was like, wait, I have kids. There's fucking 8 of them.
For real. Let's talk about it. We already here. That was the last subject I wanted to discuss. Oh, and War for Wakanda. War for
Wakanda. You are very late.
Can you just go play Avengers and get it over with?
Oh hell no! I can't go play Avengers. The hell wrong with you?
You've been wanting to talk about her all night.
I have not been wanting to talk about the end game at all.
Right here. I can see
you and your Black Widow might be wanting to talk about it, but not
she is on vacation. She is taking an extended vacation.
She about to be on a permanent vacation when this shit gets shut down. But that's another story.
What you said, November 14th? Johnny Rocker said what? I didn't hear you. Let's talk about Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. Not War for Wakanda. Wakanda Forever. This movie looks insane to me. From Ironheart to Namor. I didn't know it was. I've been saying Namor for 20 fucking years. I didn't know it was Namor, so I apologize, Namor, Mariner, whatever the fuck your name won't be. But you look sick in this damn movie, good sir.
Say Namor.
Say no.
I actually thought no one was going to catch that.
I caught it. Jay Size Blast, November 11th. Are you going to be in Wakanda, bro, with everybody else, or are you waiting till the weekend?
No, I have my tickets.
Damn. November 11th, King Greek, where you gonna be at? You gonna be in Wakanda, bro?
Yeah.
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 If they want me, you know.
Yeah.
Giving I kill Ken.
I mean, if I got time.
I mean, QCast Kitty, I think it's the 10th for y'all over there in Germany. You gonna be in Wakanda?
It's the 9th, actually, but
that's
probably,
what she's going to be doing instead
not.
of playing God of War.
You waiting till the weekend or just till it come on DVD?
Nah, I'm waiting until I can buy food cheaper again.
Oh, okay. Inflation a bitch. I feel you. Who cares? 2017. You gonna be in Wakanda on the 11th, bro?
No, I'm gonna go on the weekend. I don't like when people. I don't want to hear woo let's go. I don't want to hear none of that because I'm gonna turn into Brenda Meeks real fast. You on candid camera now?
I need all of that.
You're on candid camera now. Calm down.
All of that in the movie for me.
I don't like that. I'm here to watch. If I wanted to, no, I'm good. Calm down. Everybody did not pay their good hard-earned cash money for you to come up in here and ruin my movie. Calm down. I'm good.
Slice Stardust, the 10th for you guys over there for sure. I'm definitely sure it's the 10th for you guys. You gonna be in Wakanda?
Probably not straight away. I've got like So I just used the last bit of my money to buy boxing shorts and a groin guard, extra large. And it wasn't. I'm lying. And small. No. But like it's gonna be a bit later before I'm able to do stuff like that. Like I wanted to buy Sonic. Like I just can't afford that at the moment and stuff like that. That's not like a play. It's just like that's the reason I'm not gonna be watching it straight away. Otherwise, I would. Because I'm hyped for it.
Out?
That comes out to it's the 7th for us now in the UK, so it'd be the 8th. It comes out.
Okay, cool.
Babe, bro, you gonna be in? I know your ass gonna be in Wakanda on the 11th. Probably dressed like Shuri or some shit. But anyway, you go. Where you gonna be at on the 11th, bro? You gonna be in Wakanda?
In the 11th, I'm gonna be in my house talking about the movie because my tickets are for the 10th at 3 p.m.
You New Yorkers, man. You fucking New Yorkers.
No, ain't no New Yorkers. Excuse me. Go on Fandango. Hit my little thing, and I got my tickets, and I will be right there.
Oh, you going to the 8 o'clock showing?
Excuse me. Watch your mouth. 3 p.m.
Fuck off, asshole.
Y'all gonna be talking about the 50th trash reset on that game. And I'm gonna be watching it.
Who gonna be talking? You talk shit. Anyways,
watching the movie.
J. Cole Prime, will you be Wakandan forever, bro? On the 11th? Boom.
That makes me uncomfortable.
I was gonna say I heard what you call it from She-Hulk. What is his name?
It's when Todd does it, and she's like, I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable.
I love you, J. Coon.
It's like Wakanda forever. Yeah, that makes me uncomfortable.
They said we might get it before it's gonna be on Disney Plus before the new year if the schedule goes.
My daughter's birthday is on November 11th, so I'm definitely gonna be in with her, probably with the whole Wakanda Forever outfit on, with the do-rag and everything, because I'm wide open like that. Shout out to the do-rag peoples out there. But I'm definitely going. I got to it. I mean, it's no choice for me, you know. Like, as y'all can see, I love me some Black Panther, you know what I mean?
They said the end credits are crazy.
Let's go.
Leave me alone.
Yes, if you don't put your do-rag on.
Bro, I'm done. I can't right now. I don't even know what to think.
Oh my god.
J. Cole Prime, put somebody on the map, bro.
I would like to put Sadistic Kitten on the map.
Okay. I'm not mad at you for that. Babe, bro, put somebody on the map.
I would like to put Brock on the map because he carried me through the battle pass from level 1 to like level 30 and one night last night. It was a cute little run with the lightsabers. So shout out to him and Spring for the Fortnite carry. But yeah, y'all know the vibes. Every love is love.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Slice Stardust. Put somebody on.
I would like to put growing Twitch streamer High Ruler on the map. I think he's definitely. I mean, look, he's being whipped at the moment by this new girlfriend. All right, doesn't stream a lot, so get a bunch of viewers into this Twitch stream, and let's make him see that we love him more. Okay, bring him back. I miss my friend.
Barkley Chateau.
Don't play with me.
Queen Daenerys Chateau.
I'm screwed. You know what? I was gonna wear my blonde wig too. Whole time I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come up here being Targaryen out up in here. But I was like, you know what? It's hot. I was like doing that.
Mother of Dragons.
In the nap.
The unburnt, the unscorned.
Go away!
Yo, put somebody on the goddamn map, people.
I'm gonna do Twisted Heat Gaming. Twisted has been like really, really Swiss has been there for me recently. He's been showing up for me, and I've really been appreciating him. I've been having my own little struggles, and my family's been going through stuff, so it's been really but Swiss has been showing up and showing out, and I've really been appreciating it. So shout out to Swiss.
Kitty, put somebody on the map.
I'm gonna put Mermaid Lullaby on the map, who's streaming on Twitch. Met her the other day playing Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, and she's just hilariously fun.
King Greek, J Shock Blast, I would like to personally thank y'all for breaking down the Midnight Suns thing for us, bros. That was the whole reason I wanted Greek on the show, because I know that he like Greek is really about this game, guys. So definitely be tuned into my dude Greek when this drops, because he gonna have the know-how to get you right. So I thank y'all too for coming on and definitely breaking that down.
Wait, Greek, tell them they really want Rogue in the game, even if you lying. Like, they really like. All my friends are like, yo, Rogue needs to be in this game, so y'all need to get it together, even if it's a whole damn lie. But yeah, carry on.
Babe, I'm gonna be honest with you. I tell you this because I respect you. You getting a Rogue out there, I get Lore.
Oh, that's not gonna happen, because Lord is not even nowhere near. I feel you. King Greek, go ahead.
What?
X23.
Oh, she could come, right?
She's not coming to Midnight Sun. That's not gonna happen. They already got. Never mind. You know what? I won't ever say
you
never.
thought Avengers was gonna be around, and it's not no more.
I mean, look. For all we know, Rogue could. Nah, let me stop.
Bruh.
Tell them I said
Greek
that
just
to you.
confirms a Rogue in Marvel's Midnight Suns. Everyone, let's hear that.
All these reveals, I might buy the game now.
King Greek, put somebody on the map, good sir.
I would like. I'm gonna go ahead and put Johnny Rocker on the map. Me and him have been talking a lot more recently, and I've been tuning in to more of his work. I enjoy it. I feel like Johnny doesn't get the respect he deserves, so I would like to go ahead and toss him up there.
That's my dude right there. Johnny is the man, bro. I kid you not. J Shock Blast, the co-host of the night, Mr. Swagalicious, Mr. Humble Brag himself. Go ahead and put somebody on the map.
Sadat the Gamer, he's this little streamer that I found. He's like desperate for some attention, and I hope that you can give it to him.
Not he desperate for attention. Fuck. Okay, Sadat the Game, a shout out to you, good sir. Hopefully you can grow with this shout out, because we're rooting for you, sir. We are rooting for you. I'm gonna put. You know what? I'm gonna put the new Avengers Illuminati team on the map. Shout out to Carrot Scraps, King TDB, I think that's his name. My dude Lex. Good shit to y'all. I appreciate y'all for sticking with that game, rocking it out. Hopefully it does some fire for y'all. So I'm putting y'all on the map tonight. Still love y'all.
Screaming.
I hope you guys enjoy being in that group for another 10 days.
I'm finished. Where's my funeral outfit? Can you pick out the veil, please? Thank you. This is a special occasion.
I just like it when Babe Bro gets hyped, so I have to say this.
Bruh,
I didn't say nothing about no funeral.
This man said condolences, bruh. Like, why?
I didn't say nothing. Plead the fifth. That game done left that boat done sailed on this end.
I was trying to be cool. It's nice, and because I actually enjoy those people. Like, those are cool.
Me too. All right.
I didn't know that Carrot got in there. Congratulations, Carrot.
Of course.
Oh, but the funeral. Speaking of funerals, Wednesday Addams is gonna have a really good show on Netflix. Like, that's coming out soon too.
Yes.
So shout out to Wednesday
Since
Addams.
we're speaking of funerals and deaths, real all jokes aside, like rest in peace to not my homie, but to the man take off from the Migos. That's a tragic
Oh,
situation that really happened for real.
and
Condolences, guys.
and Aaron Carter.
Aaron
Boom.
Carter just
Yes.
recently passed. I think it was
Jesus.
last night. So like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
like rest in peace to these stars. You know that we grew up, but you know that we actually get entertainment and enjoyment from their music and things like that and whatnot. So that's some real
I
talk.
mean,
But
And
low
wait,
key.
let me just say something. I know this is completely random, but can y'all like? I know I'm like ancient compared to this new generation. Y'all don't have to record everything. Like if somebody gets shot, it's normal to call the cops. Y'all don't have to record everything. Because the way I found
Yeah.
out that man got murdered was because I went on Twitter and people are recording him bleeding to death. Like Quavo was trying to lift him up and stuff. That's literally how I saw it. Y'all, we don't have to record everything. I know clout is at an all-time high and it's on sale. I know you can do anything to be that person, to put something out there. You don't have to record everything. It's okay to pick up 911 and call the cops. You don't have to sit there and record somebody going through something traumatic that their family might have to rewatch over and over because you want to sit there and be a dick. Like, I don't. And then you hear all this commentary in the back, like, please, like, this is just, I know this is from left field, but y'all don't have to. I know people are dying to watch people go through something traumatic, and that's the way the internet is set up. Like heathens, like roaches. Oh, let's all come at this person. Like, no. I'm not with that.
I'm definitely with y'all. Don't gotta record everything, man. Some situations just don't need to be filmed. Seriously,
Please, oh my God.
I don't know. That's the new generation though. They feel like everything need to be filmed, so just leave that at
okay till it happens to them, because that's the way humanity works. Let's record your mother when she's dying. Oh,
real talk.
Now you're hurt about it, right?
Y'all spending that chat? Y'all spending that $8 on that Twitter Blue? Jay Shotglass, I know you got that going, right? You Twitter Blueing tomorrow, bro?
He probably won't even see us reply, because if we're not a blue, our reply is going to be like all the way at the end. He's going to push up. They're not even going to see us.
He's going to forget about us. God dang it. You going Twitter Blue, Greek?
Nope.
You going Twitter Blue, Kitty?
Nope.
Twitter Blue 2017?
I'll see you peasants in.
All right, Mother of Dragons.
Like honestly though, from a business standpoint, from a content creator standpoint, that's like literally the only reason why I'm even considering doing it. Just because I take pictures and stuff too. I don't want my pictures to be hidden between bullshit from I'm good. So that's the only reason why. Other than that, I think the whole idea of it sounds stupid, and it sounds like there will be no way to regulate certain things and how all this stuff works, but I'm not trying to get into details. So yeah, I just, from a business standpoint, yes. From a personal standpoint, nah.
Stardust, you going Twitter Blue?
I don't believe in pay to win mechanics, my friend. So I will not be buying Twitter Blue.
Babe, bro, you going Twitter Blue?
I think that the only people that can take advantage of that are people that are already established. Like, I don't think anybody that has like 3 followers and you got a blue check, you about to be that popping person. Because no, I think all he did was, he is a marketing genius. Like, he's just like, you want to look pretty when you tweet with this check? Like, do you want to matter? Do you want to raise your hand in the classroom? Like this? I get it, and it's okay. But from a business standpoint, it's completely like understandable. I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna talk my shit the same way I am now, and you're gonna see it exactly like that, chilling with no blue check, still breaking people down. No blue check needed.
J. Cone Prime, are you going Twitter Blue, bro?
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that. That's something I'm gonna think about.
At the end of the day, I'm trying to grow my brand, and
okay,
yeah.
I mean, I don't really see a problem with it. I get it. You dig? And I get the people who don't want to do it. Like people who want to use Twitter like they've been using it for the last 10, 15 years. Cool. For the people who are wanting to grow, like Jay Shotglass said, write that shit off.
I got a question for everybody, chat and everyone included. What if Twitch said you could be a partner? All you had to do was pay $75.
I'm not doing it.
I don't really like Twitch, but I feel
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, for $75, instant YouTube partner. All the fixings.
I'm already.
I'm still good.
I'm already a YouTube partner, so you
Yeah,
want
like,
75, baby. Let's go.
Can you mute him for a sec?
No, but I can definitely get off of this damn show and go spend some time.
I look at it the exact same way as that. Like, if it's a means to an end, nothing more.
I feel it. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all. Every one of y'all coming on, from Jay to King Greek. Again, thank y'all too for the big ups on the Marvel's Midnight Suns, because I really didn't know a lot about it, and y'all really helped me out tonight. Q Chaos Kitty and Stardust, thank y'all for calling in from across the pond. Definitely appreciate it. My two peoples, the queens. Who cares? And Babe Bro, y'all do y'all thing. Don't Dracarys nobody tonight, y'all. Please keep y'all
I can't promise
cool.
that.
And
okay, just do a little one.
We're actually the most unbothered in here.
Okay.
Unbothered.
Because I'll say something one time and I mean what I say. You better not.
I'm really like this. Lightheaded though. I gotta get up out of here. Janku Prime, bro. The Destiny Father. I know we didn't talk Destiny today, but thank you for coming.
There's nothing to talk about in Destiny right now anyway. It's fine. Thank you for having me. I love hanging out with all you guys. I know I tease you a little bit, Stardust, but I love hanging out with y'all. Thank you so much.
Stardust don't give two shits. He's drunk at 12 o'clock at night right now, bro. He don't care.
I'm not drunk. This is over. That in here was just normal Pepsi Max, bro. Maybe I got a sweetness thing going on, but
oh my god,
I can't wait to see the Mario coins get beat out of you. This is gonna be really exciting to watch.
Shout out to all in the chat, from Taladia Plays, Eastwood, Hoarder Gamer, Derek the Simp Guy, Fellhorn, Misplaced, Never Flow, Faxido, Obi, Divine Shine, Johnny Rocker. You should have been up here. Derek the Simp God. So many of y'all. Jay Moist.
Oh,
is he?
God, bro, y'all got some names. Hoarder Gamer, everybody who was in the chat, man. Much love to y'all. Sadat the Gamer, everybody who came through. Appreciate y'all. Casual Avenger. With all of that said, I'm not doing the after show, but y'all can definitely stay on and hang on. I'm about to go pass out. With all that said, laissez les bon temps rouler, which means let the good time roll. Peace the fuck out, people.
Yeah. What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doomkiller HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. Let's go! It's the weekly wrap-up where we give you the news. Break it down bite-sized so it's easier to consume. Discussing the hottest game and start up what's coming soon. Is it real or is rumor? Homie, that's up to you. Fire or trash reaction, live viewers call in. No cap, conversation, we going all in. It's the weekly wrap-up, so enjoy the show. You're now rocking with the best. Let the good times roll. Come on!